It's up to you. Vote now. And if you want the chance to be featured here on Top Plays, send in your best assist or scoring play with the hashtag 2KTVWOW. And don't...
And now the starting lineup for the visiting Memphis Grizzlies. At small forward,
look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Wells, and it's Edey in at the 5 down low. And for Houston, the post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Thompson is out there with Daniels. And it's Eason in at the 3, the small forward. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what'll happen with some of these young players.
And so here's Memphis. The Rockets making the shot. Outside, Bane. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, you got to think Coach will show this one as an example of what not to do. You got to take care of the ball.
Now, here's Wells. After the miss from Desmond Bane. To the paint, it's stolen by Smith. Thompson against Bane. Thompson outside. Down low. And Şengün gets it to go on the... Assist by Thompson.
Let the big fella eat. Şengün just doing his thing down low.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
At the elbow, it's Thompson. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Morant. And he goes big with the dunk right over Jabari Smith.
Well, this is what the fans want to see. Morant showing off all of his superb athleticism.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And so he hits both. And for the Grizzlies, 2024 stand was marked by an unprecedented amount of injuries.
Well, Kevin, they used 51 different starting lineups. That's the most in NBA history. And they were also forced to use 12 injury hardship exceptions. That is just incredibly bad luck.
Here's Eason. Following the basket by Ja Morant. Eason passes to Daniels. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Well, Daniels is a tall guard. He can get up with the best of them.
To the middle.
Absolutely. The prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Edey.
2 minutes.
Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
What a passer Bane has become.
Rockets trail by 3. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. A new lineup here for Houston. Memphis also making some changes. Santi Aldama's checked in for Wells, and it's Kennard in for Bane. Here's Williams, and Williams throws it down.
Well, aside from his athleticism, what makes Williams such a great above-the-rim threat is his incredible 7'6" wingspan.
Now here's Morant. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Utah Jazz. Jackson misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Aldama, and some very quick points for him on that possession. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Here's Simmons, following the score by Mohamed Bamba. Simmons against Morant. Shot clock at 6. Here's Duren going inside, and Duren slams it in.
And there's a lot of size in motion. Duren like a freight train to the rim.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Aldama. He's guarded by Williams. To the inside. Williams with the steal. They grab their own miss. Basket good.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
The 3 from Morant. He can't hit that time. Amen Thompson, he's feeling it tonight, and he has been the driving force for Houston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for Houston.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Santi Aldama is out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Following the miss by Ja Morant. Kicks it to Smith. 6 to shoot. Back to Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And it's Morant missing.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
You can see, and coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power. And his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Here's Thompson, coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Passes it to Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used. In a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
A new lineup here for Houston. And stolen by Simmons.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
Back to Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. After a solid rookie campaign, Coach, Jalen Duren had a breakout sophomore year.
Well, Kevin, Jalen Duren knows who he is. Averaging a double-double, but he stays within himself. Doesn't take very many jump shots, shot well over 60%, and he has got a great motor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Edey's checked in for Clark, and it's Jaren Jackson in for Wells. Right side, Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Oh, Big Ben rocking it.
The Grizzlies trail by 21. Now here's Pippen. Still scoreless. Misses from short range. Now the Rockets with it. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. Williams in the post. Defended by Pippen. Shots good by Williams. Williams has got his second bucket of the night. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Pippen feeling it out a bit. They get a hand on it. Williams with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And Whitmore throws it down.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
And Simmons slams it in.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Outside Williams. Inside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And this is why you must get Simmons out of the paint. So fantastic when it comes to finishing above the rim.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Edey. Jackson kicks to Bane. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And Whitmore throws it down.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their...
And so it's Houston rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-piece. And that should do it.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Amen Thompson has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Ooh, that first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Well, they've got to build a wall immediately because he'll just keep attacking like that if they don't.
The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Daniels out there with Thompson. And it's Eason in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks, Kevin? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Down low, and it's Thompson with the jam.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Morant outside. Pass to Edey. They need this, and he's fouled pretty hard on. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review shows that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Incredible for his age, the decision-making of Sengun GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming, reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Kennard, he's checked in for Bane. Offensive rebound, Daniels lays it up and banks it in. Daniels has got 12 points in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Morant, that's for 2. A new 14 for the Grizzlies. Shot to stop the run. Pass to Edey. Good, nice job down low. 6 points for him.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
The pass to Daniels. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, when he's on the floor, Dyson Daniels gives you uncapped energy. He's really committed to going all out.
Both free throws good from Daniels.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Morant scanning the floor. Here's Kennard. Sengun with the rebound. For Houston, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Makes it off the glass.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
For Memphis, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. The 3 from Morant. It's rebounded by Houston.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Bagley, he's checked in for Edey. Brandon Clark comes in for Jackson. Santi Aldama's checked in for Wells. And Vince Williams subbed in for Morant. And stolen by Simmons. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, D.A., you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development. Stolen by Bamba. Pass to Duren. Houston moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Outside, Bagley. And it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball. There's the lob to Duren. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, as a lob partner, Duren's exactly what you want. He really goes and gets it.
Simmons against Kennard. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul. Checking in for the Grizzlies, Pippen.
9 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Clark. Bamba with the block. Here's Whitmore. It's off. And so it's Houston, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back